Game. Let's go to our game. Now, this is RobloxianPLAYS in the Immelmann. Toxic, do you have an Immelmann?
No.
El Mianescenino, thank you very much for the follow. I'm probably screwing up your name. E-L-M-E... Yeah, I don't know how to say it. El Mejinosino. 4368769 Thank you for the follow, dude. Okay, so this carrier only has access to two different squadrons: skip bombers and torpedo bombers. He's already pre-dropped one, and that will allow him to get a full strike in on something, whether that be that Stalingrad up here, the Alsace, or something else. The glory that is the skip bomb is that you can drop it at max range to the enemy's anti-air. So you're not going to take too much damage there. You can hit F and boom. And most of your planes will survive. Plus, the Immelmann does bring back planes pretty quick. Yeah, Desta, they are practically rockets.
I was going to say, they're really, really good at hitting destroyers.
Yep.
It might actually be the best anti-destroyer weapon nowadays. Because the actual hit zone is very large.
It's unfortunate you'd already committed to the Stalingrad, because that Summers would have been really good food for you right there if you would have recognized that and turned.
Yeah, because contrary to this very popular belief at the moment, carriers are not useless against destroyers.
What?
In fact, this might be the most useful one against destroyers.
Because it didn't have rockets that essentially got nerfed as a result of the mechanics change, right?
And if you ask any of the best carrier players, rockets were almost always never the main armament they used against destroyers anyway.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Nate.
NATO 00220 is now following.
Thank you for the follow, Nate.
That Stalin really doesn't want to stay alive.
Oof, that salted chat. Look at that. Oh, did you guys see that?
No. Thankfully. Who was it from?
I think it was your destroyer, your daring.
Weird.
Or, well, Robloxian's daring. No point even trying to go for that Stalingrad. He's clearly going down. Instead, you're better off looking for the Lightning or the Summers. Now, Glacian, you haven't played World of Warships yet, huh? If not, you should definitely do it. It's the thinking man's action game, and I do have a referral link. It's right there, I think, in chat. Yeah, warships.us. Hey, Glacial! Kind of annoying how attack planes have more immune time. It's all about balance, Desta Waits. Balance with an S, of course. Bob Twister wants an FDR. Don't we all? No.
And you'll get it and realize it's one of the most boring ships in the entire game.
FDR is so stupid. So stupid because of just... It essentially is like... take a battleship and put it in the air, and that's kind of what FDR is, right? Like... It has some ridiculous shots on things, but it takes so long to get the planes back into place once they've all died. If you suck at carrier, you're going to struggle with her.
Maybe. It's a carrier for people who don't play carriers.
Right. Well, that's true.
And it's very good at killing battleships that are on their own doing the wrong thing. And
yes.
That's about it.
Yep. Glacian says, you've never played this, but you have played World of Tanks. You are missing out. World of Tanks sucks by comparison, in my humble opinion. Alright, you're going to line up for the skip bombers on the Soyuz? That's okay. I can see that. Maybe a little early on your drop, but we'll see. Yeah. 2 penetrations and 2 fires? Sure, why not? Rating says FDR can solo kill battleships, so it can literally every
Yeah,
turn.
that's
Yes.
very true.
That is very true. Jack Badger, thank you very much for the follow.
Jack Badger is now following.
You blame the CV main in your community for blaming you to play CV? He lives on Shadefront.
Nobody said you have to listen to the CV main.
Yes. Important tips for new players, Glaceon. Don't run up the tech tree too quickly. Take your time. Enjoy the game that is before you, and take your time.
Yeah, honestly, if you're starting out, don't pay attention to any of the. Basically, don't pay attention to anything. Just do some of the tutorials, see if you enjoy playing it at low tier, and then if you find the game interesting, come back and actually figure out more about it.
Wait, there's a tutorial?
There is now, I think.
That's always the joke, right? Like.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell from most of the people in the game, but.
And the other thing I would say, Glaceon, is
Resemble that remark.
don't be afraid to send some replays in to me or anybody else. Get some feedback on your particular gameplay. But more importantly, just for right now, we talked about this in the Zast chat earlier. Play to have fun. Don't play to win. Don't play for stats. Play to have fun. Stats come later. Winning comes later.
Playing for stats in particular, it just ruins people's enjoyment of this game.
So, I might have exposed the world of the Unicum Toxic.
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
I did a Zast chat where we talked all about stats and leaderboards.
Ew, why would you do that?
So prior to that Zast chat, we had a player send in a replay where he literally focused a member of 07 simply because he had...
that. Okay, never mind.
So,
I get it. I heard about that.
I immediately knew what was happening, but most of my chat had no idea. And they didn't understand the idea of leaderboards and stuff like that. So
I heard about that from the other perspective.
Really? What do you mean?
Well, I heard about it from the person being focused, who was was told they were being focused because of who they were.
Yeah.
At all costs, and that is something you should never do as a player.
Right. But
because it makes you play worse.
Sure, but we essentially that Zast chat we talked about the goals of players, right? And Quad, his goal was to win.
Yeah.
But the other player's goal was not to win. The other player's goal was to farm damage for the leaderboards, right?
Yeah.
And winning is an added bonus, right? When you're leaderboarding, it's all about damage that you can do. So, you know, we talked about how those goals conflicted essentially.
Depends
and
on your view of it.
So it was a lot of fun because, you know, it got us to talk about what makes Unicums want to play the game.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting question, you know?
And even then, people have different motivations within those groups of players. It's not like
one
size fits all, so yeah.
Absolutely. I'm a Unicum. That doesn't mean that I play for leaderboards. I could give two craps about leaderboards. It doesn't matter.
I just meme around and intentionally don't play the game because I'm making fun of the leaderboards.
There you go. So everybody's different, and it was honestly a really good opportunity to just sit back and talk about that in a way that helps players understand that there's more to this game than just one style, one way of doing things, one goal, right? Like, I thought that was great.
Like, if people are having fun with the game, that's honestly great. That's what you should be doing. If you're doing this and you're not enjoying yourself, why are you doing it?
Right.
For the leaderboards?
Oh, yeah, leaderboards, yeah.
Hey, but I completely understand those players, because I used to do that when I played, like, Battlefield 3, if I remember right.
Yeah, I used to do it way back in the day in, like, World of Tanks, like, 10 years ago now.
Because what else is there to do once you've mastered everything? You get boring.
Yeah, it does.
David, you're waiting for Svetlana to get buffed? Dude, why? It's a friggin' tier 4 ship. It doesn't matter that it lost the ability to use AFT. Who cares? It's tier 4. Wargaming doesn't care.
Wait, there's still tier 4 in this game?
See what I'm talking about?
The new tech tree didn't start at like tier 5. They'll just skip the first 4.
I mean, it did on 1. Which tech tree was it? It was Italian battleships, wasn't it?
Yeah, they skipped the tier 3, even though everybody was like, why don't you use this one?
Mm-hmm. Krasny Krim is tier 5. That is correct, Cthulhu. Hey, Sea Raptor.
Hey, Sea Raptor's here.
See, Wargaming.
Raptor.
Wargaming doesn't care is the kind of model of warships. Well, yeah, it kind of is, isn't it, in some cases? There's a recent Sea Raptor that I call it whale gaming now.
Yeah. Yo, Napoli for cash. Let's go.
Well, it was more in reference to chat forcing me to open 70 freaking
Did they make you do the bundles?
they made me open 70 bundles to get to the Johan de Whaleboat, and I'm really sad about that.
Wait, it took you till the 70th bundle?
70. I used 70,000 doubloons. Now,
Only
granted,
took me 12.
I didn't spend any money in it, so I'm okay with that. But
Yeah, but even so, it's the whole premise of it. I mean, I wouldn't even brag about like paying for it at all. It's a tech tree, but why are you even doing it?
yeah, that's why I call it Johan de Whaleboat Sea Raptor,
That
because
is a great name.
holy hell. Holy hell. What happened to hoarding resources, Desta? I only do it, but you know, what good are hoarding resources if you can't flex them every now and then, use them on something?
Woo! That
Hey!
got ruined.
Koopsta got himself a container. Nice, congratulations. And here comes, this is the whole point of the skip bombers. Watch this right here. Ugh, only one. Sad.
Probably a little high.
Yeah. That's okay though. You are spotting the gearing and you're encouraging the Yamato. There it is. Sea Raptor says, I am a meat popsicle.
What is this, Borderlands?
Right? Oh, David, absolutely yes. But, you know, it's a tier 4 ship, so most people aren't going to play it anymore.
Yeah, balancing isn't going to happen at that tier, I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, well, and the missions are all like tier 5 and up anyway, so most people are not incentivized to play tier 4, which is sad. Because I have an Iwaki Alpha.
What is happening every time we go back to the carrier?
And an Arkansas Beta. What do you mean?
Every time he returns to the carrier, it's just like putting the camera like 100 meters underwater. I'm wondering if it's a replay bug.
I think there is a replay bug because if you noticed it, his drops are a little off too. The the cones that it shows is a little bit off there.
Yeah, because it does look like he's dropping long every time.
Sea Raptor Dude, you're welcome to join us if you want. I've switched from dirty water to epic water. Is that what we're gonna call it?
Better dirty water?
Better dirty water. Having some open 14. You're welcome to join me, good sir. Cheers, by the way. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I know you had as much fun as I did. Filthy water.
Rating, they're all features, you know.
Yeah, torps on the Des Moines are okay, but well.
Yeah, given the Des Moines turning, it's not a bad deal. Like,
and he's threatening you.
Gotta get damage down.
He's also threatening Rob right now. He's pretty close to Rob's position, so I agree he does have to die. Water of Life. Ishkabahe! What movie was that from? That was from... Oh, that's right. That was from Hotel Rwanda. I know that because I showed that to my students all the time, my freshmen, when we talked about the Rwanda genocide. And there's a quote in there about Scotch being called Ishkabahe, water of life. Yes.
Well, a realization just hit me today, Zach.
What? Bombing?
10 years ago today, my older daughter started kindergarten. Tomorrow the twins start kindergarten.
Congratulations. Oh, David, Hotel Rwanda is very educational until you realize how much of it was not real. But one of the things that I love to do though is there's a feature in the DVD set. I'm not sure if it's on the Blu-ray set, where they actually go to the real life Peter. What was his name? God. They go to the real life you know, character's name, and they talk to him, and they kind of feature a little bit about what he is and what he did and stuff. And I'm so sad. I was supposed to go to to Rwanda. But unfortunately, COVID happened. But I was supposed to go there and visit the memorial. I was so looking forward to it. Maybe some other time. No, not Romeo Dallaire. The movie is based around the story behind the hotel manager at the Hotel Mille Collines. And, oh, skip bomb right into the face. And they go to his game, the real life guy, and they interview him and stuff. And that was pretty neat. I did show the Hotel Mille Collines in Google Earth to my students so they can kind of see it and stuff, and that's kind of neat too. Yes! Paul Rusasabagina! Yes! Thank you, Lord Belmar.
That is a name.
That is a name. And it's important in Rwanda, you roll the R, so Rusasabagina. I love that. That is a bloody mouthful. But he's a hero. He saved 1,000 people. Hutu and Tutsi together. It's awesome. What a hero. Speaking of hero plays, you need 13 seconds. You have to kill something.
It doesn't look good.
Does not look good. Did he suffer depression? I know that, I know Dallaire suffered depression. Big time depression. Afterwards. I'm not so sure about Paul. In any case, what could Robloxian have done differently? I think targeting the destroyers earlier could have been a huge difference.
Maybe. I mean, overall, I think the team kind of just lost on every front, to be honest.
Some games just can't win.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the first couple of strikes would have been better placed elsewhere. Like, the Stalingrad was going to get himself killed no matter what. But, beyond that, yeah.
Yep. Chris says, my sips of open seem to be becoming more and more frequent. Well, thank you for that warning. I do have 2 hours to go. We're going to be in trouble, guys. It's going to be a good trouble, though, right?
Oh, man. He called that a bloody mouthful. My entire Team League team, other than 2 people, was British and or Irish, and the comms were the best I've ever heard.
That's right. Glacial, this is your game now.